A tiny teardrop-shaped island nation, Sri Lanka is your paradise. Surrounded by natural delights, culture and cuisine, this lovely country boasts 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Plan a trip to this perfect country and let the traveler's impatience drift away, leaving your soul refreshed and relaxed. Pristine beaches, lush forests, impeccable resorts overlooking the sea, relaxing in hammocks under gently swaying palm trees, enjoying delicious Sri Lankan cuisine. Sri Lanka's tropical climate, beautiful beaches and delicious cuisine are just some of the many reasons to put this South Asian country on your travel bucket list. Here are the best places to visit in Sri Lanka for nature lovers and culture enthusiasts. 1. Sigiriya. Rising dramatically from the country's central plains, the enigmatic rock of Sigiriya is perhaps Sri Lanka's most stunning sight. This Sri Lankan tourist attraction features near vertical walls rising to a flat top that contains the ruins of an ancient palace. Believed to have been the center of the short-lived Kasapa kingdom, the early morning views through the mist-shrouded forests are mesmerizing. But make time for the fascinating on-site museum. Once you've scaled the rock, consider hiking up the surrounding hills for stunning views of Sigiriya, towering over the surrounding jungle. 2. Marissa and the southern beaches. Marissa is arguably Sri Lanka's most beautiful beach. A stretch of powdery white sand sits on clear blue waters. Marissa is one of the most popular beach destinations in southern Sri Lanka. This area has it all. Beautiful Sri Lankan beaches, great surf breaks and waters teeming with marine life. From turtles to giant blue whales. Spend the day enjoying fresh coconuts and hammocks, eating delicious food from beachside restaurants and riding motorbikes around. 3. Anuradhapura. Sri Lanka has many historical sites, but Anuradhapura is something special. Dotted with towering bowl-shaped stupas, crumbling monasteries and sacred tanks, this is where Sri Lanka's spiritual history lies. At the heart of the complex is one of the world's oldest trees, the Sri Maha Bodhi, grown from a cutting that sheltered the Buddha when he attained enlightenment. Over 2,000 years ago in Bodh Gaya, India, a day spent cycling between these imposing structures towering over the lush green trees is one visitors will never forget. To see more Dagoba, head 13 kilometers east to the peaceful village and temple complex of Mihantale. 4. Udawilave National Park. This sprawling stretch of savanna culminates in the Udawilave Reservoir where Sri Lanka crosses into East Africa, a vast expanse of grassland. Waterholes and woodlands home to buffalo, sambar deer, crocodiles, tropical birds and plenty of elephants. It is one of Sri Lanka's most popular tourist destinations. Udawalawe National Park has a lot of visitors from all over the world coming to Udawalawe to hop on a jeep and see wild elephants with their own eyes. 5. Arugam Bay. Arugam Bay is a hidden gem located on the east coast of Sri Lanka. Since it is far from the capital and other tourist spots, it is not really popular among the people. Therefore, it has managed to retain its small-town charm while becoming popular among visitors who want to explore some of the off-the-beaten-path Sri Lanka tourist attractions. Arugam Bay encapsulates much of what makes Sri Lanka so popular. It's a tropical seaside village with plenty of interesting highlights nearby, the charming Kudumbigala Monastery, the stunning Elephant Rock and the adventurous Kumana National Park. 6. She. Ella has long been one of the most popular destinations in Sri Lanka. Sought after for its easygoing atmosphere and picturesque hiking trails, it is also the starting or ending point of the popular Kandy-Ella Railway. Often considered the most scenic train journey in the world, winding through emerald tea fields on the train from Colombo to Ella with the wind in your hair and the scent of the tropics wafting in the air is the stuff of travel dreams. Ella is the place to slow down the pace of sightseeing with a few leisurely days at your choice of some of the country's finest lodges. Of course, leave time for leisurely walks through the tea plantations to temples, waterfalls and viewpoints. Arguably the most famous attraction in Ella is the Nine Arches Bridge. This stunning bridge is surrounded by lush green tea fields and trees and has become a postcard of Sri Lankan tourism. 7. Colombo. A city of contrasts, it is an eclectic mix of gleaming hotels and elegant office blocks. Alongside stunning red brick colonial buildings, bustling street markets stretch across the city, bursting with aromatic spices, colorful silks, cotton fabrics and fresh fruit and vegetables. Explore Colombo's multi-ethnic heritage with churches, mosques and temples clustered on the same streets, and explore iconic sites including Fort Station, the Red Mosque and the Khan Clock Tower. Dive into Colombo's exciting street food scene. Eat like a local and soak in the sights, sounds and smells of the bustling Petta Bazaar. This seaside city offers a wealth of exciting adventures, experiences and places to visit in Sri Lanka. Take a scenic tuk-tuk ride around the city. Enjoy afternoon tea at a grand colonial hotel overlooking the blue sea and play a round of golf on beautiful green courses. It's also a shopper's paradise, with sophisticated boutiques featuring international brands and charming shops offering colorful local art and patterned fabrics. Colombo is home to the famous Ceylon tea. Explore a variety of aromatic teas, including banana and liqueur, with its fascinating heritage and fascinating culture. Sri Lanka's capital is one of Asia's favorite travel destinations. 8. Adam's Peak. Sacred to Buddhists, Hindus, Muslims and Christians, Adam's Peak, Sri Pada, has been a place of pilgrimage for over 1,000 years. With pilgrims trudging by candlelight to the summit, to stand in the footsteps of Buddha, or Shiva, or the biblical Adam, depending on tradition, gaze at the Milky Way and take in the stunning views apart from being a tourist mecca. Adam's Peak is also extremely popular with you for its attractive beauty and unparalleled trekking. It is also known as Sri Pada, Sacred Footsteps, and Samanala Kanda, Butterfly Mountain. The 6th century Tamil epic Manimekalai mentions Samantakuta Peak on Ratnadipa Island as the site of Buddha's footprints. Adam's Peak is also found in the works of explorer Marco Polo and traveler Ibn Battuta. 9. Jaffna. Once the epicenter of fierce fighting, Jaffna and the northern islands have since recovered, offering a fascinating glimpse into Sri Lanka's tourist attractions, from majestic historic forts and colorful Hindu temples, to Buddhist holy sites and bustling markets. The population is predominantly Tamil with a strong Hindu culture. Jaffna and the north are filled with colorful Hindu temples, where women in colorful saris and shirtless men pray to the gods. The cuisine is heavily influenced by South India. Less than 100 kilometers from the beach, local delicacies in Jaffna include dosas, fish curries and thalis. The common language in Jaffna is Tamil, and the distinctively curved Sinhalese alphabet is replaced by the more angular Tamil script on street signs, menus and shop fronts. 10. Gale. Gale's people and nature come together to create a living work of art. The Dutch laid out the streets and buildings. The Sri Lankans added color and culture, and nature covered it all with a gentle tropical carpet, washed by the salty ocean air. The result is a fascinating city listed by UNESCO as one of the world's natural heritage sites that delights culture lovers with its landmark buildings, art galleries and museums, along with a host of quirky, cosmopolitan places to stay, eat and shop. For you, it's definitely the country's #1 urban attraction. 11. Kandy. Sri Lanka's ancient cities may have a longer history, but Kandy has the power of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a sacred city, nestled among the misty hills and dense forests of Sri Lanka's central province. Kandy is located about 3 hours northeast of the capital Colombo. Kandy is one of the largest and most culturally significant cities in Sri Lanka. The island's cultural capital is best known for being home to the Temple of the Sacred Tooth relic, the central shrine said to contain a tooth from the Buddha himself. For the Sinhalese, it is the holiest place on the island due to its importance and spiritual significance. For visitors, Kandy offers more tangible rewards, nostalgic wanderings around the old town, excellent views of the central lake, a host of interesting museums and some of the island's finest botanical gardens in the vicinity. But Kandy is so much more than its #1 attraction. It's a city of captivating chaos. With bustling streets, ancient temples, colonial architecture, aristocratic gardens and the distinctive Kandy Lake providing the perfect backdrop for a few days of respite amid the lush green hills of Sri Lanka. 12. Bundala National Park. Bundala National Park is a Sri Lankan tourist destination that is always peaceful. Head here from Tisamaharama or Hambanoda and you will enter a magical landscape of islets and lagoons, where shimmering waters resound with birdsong. Bundala has a beauty that other parks cannot match, and the fat flocks of migratory birds from December to March make it one of the best birdwatching spots in the country. 13. Jaffna Fort. Nallur Koval and Jaffna Fort are some of the tourist attractions in Sri Lanka that are worth a visit. The fortified structures speak volumes about Sri Lanka's defense strategies. Another nearby landmark worth checking out is Nagadipa Purana Vihara, known for its peace and tranquility. The best time to visit Sri Lanka is from December to April when the temperatures are moderate and venturing outdoors is a great experience. 14. Nuwara Elijah. A beautiful place nestled in the natural beauty of the country, Nuwara Eliya is known for its sprawling tea gardens. Tourists love to come here to enjoy the scenic views of rolling hills, hazy clouds and a fairy tale train ride. Soak in the beauty of Hakgala Botanical Gardens with its green magpies, ferns and roses, and pay a visit to a Hindu temple located here. Moon Plains, Bale Bazaar, Victoria Park, St. Clair's Falls, Ramboda Falls, etc. are some of the nearby tourist spots worth checking out. 15. Mihintale. The birthplace of Buddhism in Sri Lanka, Mihintale attracts a large number of Sri Lankan tourists every year. Not only Buddhist pilgrims but also people of different religions love to visit this tourist spot and experience the overwhelming sense of security. Its location surrounded by an emerald green forest makes it a perfect Sri Lankan tourist spot.